Hello, this is Dr. Joshua Crose, and I would like to discuss the background about what's going on in Iran right now so people can fully understand the magnitude of everything that's unfolding. I feel like I have a unique perspective because my wife is an Iranian immigrant who came here to flee the tyrannical Islamic regime who is suppressing everybody, and she did this to gain her freedom and her happiness. Today, we are witnessing the cries for freedom of the Iranian women, demanding liberation. Mahsa Amini was a trigger, a catalyst to start the movement for a deep-seated anger and pain that's held deep within the Iranian women and the Persian people. And what makes matters worse is 65% of Iranian women have a college education, and 70% of them achieve this in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. This makes them one of the most educated and repressed groups of people in the world. Iranians are descendants of some of the most brilliant, creative, and philosophical people in world history. They're creators of modern mathematics, of beautiful art and architecture. And from them, people such as Cyrus the Great have emerged. He was the first world leader to create human rights, abolish slavery, and promote religious freedom, all of which are tenets for which America stands. Unfortunately, those who forget history are destined to relive it. And the sins of our leaders are too often forgotten, left blowing in the winds of time. But I refuse to let us forget this, and I refuse to let this generation let history just fade away, even if it hurts to know that truth. The United States is directly responsible for much of the pain of the Iranian people because we are the ones who put Ayatollah Khomeini in power, along with his Islamic regime that has directly led to the torture and death of Mahsa Amini and countless other people. In 1953, Mossadegh, Iran's democratically elected prime minister, was overthrown by our own CIA and the British Secret Service because he wanted to nationalize their oil, and he did not want to give free oil to the United States or Britain. What did we do? We put in the Shah in power, and he gladly signed over much of the rights to that oil to the British people and the British Parliament. Well, he continued to hold on to that power using tactics taught by the CIA until his people finally overthrew him in 1979 because they demanded more freedom. Well, what happened next? President Jimmy Carter found an exiled criminal, an exiled cleric named Ayatollah Khomeini, and helped put him in power. His tyrannical and repressive Islamic regime brought 43 years of torture to these people. They murdered, raped, and tortured millions of Iranian women and enslaved them under the hijab and Sharia law. Anyone who was different, anyone who thought differently or acted not the norm, would simply disappear in the night, or worse yet, turn up dead, like Mahsa Amini. It's time for America and Americans to stand by the Iranian women and help them find liberation. It's time for America to right its wrongs and stop supporting this country, which is the #1 economic supporter of terrorism in the world. We need to unify and help these people find their freedom, for it's from them and much of their concepts that all of the tenets and all of the concepts of America and our freedom are derived. Thank you.